Well, I don't know, Stephen, are you provoking us or what? Isn't it obvious that the path of goodwill, banking on peace agreement negotiations has utterly failed? I don't think it's worth among humans to even discuss whether people should have a right to minimal water. I think this is beneath the dignity of anybody.
Thousands of Palestinians in the occupied West Bank are being deprived of their most basic need, access to water.
I'm asking, is it like a nation of beggars, or is it a stolen nation? A recent report for Oxfam from last year, the report says some households in Area C pay up to 50% of their income for water.
Severe, constant Palestinian water crisis is not by nature, but is politically made, artificially induced.
Now, on the macroeconomic level and related to development or de-development, because under occupation you cannot develop, the Palestinian agriculture loses $2 billion a year. That's lost potential. Should we have access to water?
The temporary military rule, which of course is a joke, because this temporary rule already lasts for 73 years. Israel since then rules the West Bank by military decrees, military orders.
The worst cases, I have interviewed, these are recent interviews. The worst cases in Gaza is there's electricity for 2 hours a day, 1 day a week. Cases worse than that in the West Bank, so much worse. In Area C, about 2/3 of the West Bank area, where there's no electricity, no cisterns, no water networks, no solar powers, and demolition for any kind of structures.
Israel, in addition to using water as an ends, also sees water as a means. It weaponizes water for other purposes.
They provide aid instead of helping towards ending the occupation or its violation. Like the high-level diplomats here said, yes, but like Israel needs water, so I mean, why should they give it to the Palestinians as if it was all Israel water and like it's a charity to give it to the Palestinians?
What I would ask is always, what are you thinking? What are you planning to actually do that makes a difference?
Accountability for the occupation towards its violations, including sometimes demolitions of structures that is funded by foreign aid.
I find it a very worrying sight if Palestine was to turn into a charity cause. It's not about money. One strong resolution against Israel is worth $1 million. I can tell you really that.
The aid provided, its impact is fractional and insignificant compared to the potential of a sovereign and free Palestinian state.
Actual sanctions, actual steps to stop Israeli settlement products to reach the European market as if it was a normal, just average product. No, it's just like blood diamonds, nothing else. It's not about money. It's about political solidarity, taking a stand and making a difference, also not in words, but in action.